Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dalsan TV, Somalia's premier station for news and updates. I'm your presenter, Ifrah Noor. But first, let's start with the headlines of the day. Former immigration directors on trial for $10 million corruption scandal. Joint forces launch intensified operations in southern Mudug region. Puntland gears up to pass an electoral reform law. Security Council extends AU mission in Somalia. And finally, Interior Minister engages talks with German ambassador. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now let's get into the full bulletin. Banaadir Regional Court has commenced an in absentia trial for Mohamed Kofi and Abdul Qadir Ilmi, former directors of the immigration, accused of engaging in corrupt practices and pocketing a staggering $10 million during their tenure. Our reporter Abdurrahman Yusuf has more.
In a long-awaited development that signals Somalia's commitment to combating corruption and promoting transparency, the Banaadir Regional Court commenced a highly anticipated corruption trial on Thursday. The trial encompassed of 15 officials who face charges of corruption and abuse of power. Among the accused individuals on trial are public figures Mohamed Kofi and Abdul Qadir Ilmi, former directors of the Immigration Department and are conspicuously absent from the country. They face allegations of corruption during their tenure, with accusations of embezzling a substantial $10 million through illicit means. Surprisingly, amidst the legal proceedings, Mohamed Kofi has chosen to launch his book titled Ambat in Nairobi, Kenya, adding an unexpected twist to the unfolding narrative and raising eyebrows among those closely following the trial. Majority of the defendants are currently absent from the country, which adds an additional layer of complexity to the legal proceedings and poses challenges in ensuring their participation in the trial. The charges brought against the defendants encompass a range of serious allegations, including corruption and abuse of power. The specific details and evidence supporting these charges will be presented and examined through the course of the trial. The recent corruption trial follows an earlier high-profile case in September. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre have embarked on a robust campaign against corruption, demonstrating their commitment to tackling this pervasive issue.
The federal government forces, Galmudug regional forces and local forces have joined hands to conduct intensified operations against Al-Shabaab in the southern areas of the Mudug region, with a special focus on Shabelle. Our reporter has more on this story.
Galmudug forces are together undertaking intensified operations in opposition to Al-Shabaab within the southern areas of Mudug region, in particular Shabelle. The leading officers within the operations, specifically trained Commando Forces Gorgor, said that they will mutually maintain the operations frequently inside the southern regions of Mudug location. The commander of the 18th Battalion of the Eagle Commando, Prominent Abdi Mohammed Elias Sulnug, who gave details of the operations within the south of Mudug place, said they might constantly function within the areas wherein Al-Shabaab fighters are hiding and killing their hideouts. He added that the folks that were previously displaced from their areas have back after the federal forces. Galmudug authorities and the area people have targeted strengthening protection in the areas. The operation in Galmudug and Hirshabelle had been done by means of the federal, Darawish and organized local forces, called Mawisley, in districts, and free up several regions and villages that Al-Shabaab formerly controlled.
Puntland's parliament is gearing up to pass an electoral reform law on Monday, November 20th, as issued by the Electoral Commission. The law tabled on Wednesday outlines that the upcoming election will be held at the end of February and will allow the people of Puntland to elect both the president and the parliament.
Puntland's parliament is gearing up to pass an electoral reform law on Monday, November 20th, as issued by the Electoral Commission. The law, submitted to the Parliament on Wednesday, outlines that the upcoming election will be held at the end of February and will allow the people of Puntland to elect both the President and the Parliament. However, concerns have been raised by the Council of Candidates, cautioning the Parliament against taking actions that could potentially lead to security instability. They have warned that any moves perceived as serving the political ambitions of President Denny will result in accountability measures being taken against the Parliament. The memories of the tragic events that unfolded on June 20th of this year in the city of Garoua are still fresh in people's minds. More than 30 lives were lost during a crisis sparked by a decision made by the parliament to amend certain provisions of the constitution. The aftermath of that decision saw widespread unrest and violence, underscoring the need for cautious and responsible decision-making during this critical period.
The Security Council on Wednesday adopted a resolution to extend the authorization for the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia for 6 months till June 30th, 2024. The Security Council also unanimously adopted a resolution to approve a technical rollover of the Somalia sanctions till 1st of December 2023 to allow more time for negotiation on a regular extension of the restrictive measures.
The Security Council adopted a resolution to extend the authorization of the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia ATMIS for 6 months till June 30th, 2024. Resolution 2710, which won the unanimous support of the 15-member council, authorizes African Union member states to deploy up to 17,000 uniformed personnel to ATMIS till December 31st, 2023 to complete the Phase 2 drawdown of 3,000 personnel by this date, a 3-month pause as requested by the Somali government. It authorizes 14,626 uniformed personnel from January 1st, 2024 till June 30th, 2024, and to complete the Phase 3 drawdown of 4,000 ATMIS personnel by the latter date. Resolution 2710 requests the federal government of Somalia and the African Union to conduct a joint technical assessment by March 31st, 2024 to evaluate the Phase 2 drawdown and identify lessons to inform planning for the remaining phases of the ATMIS drawdown. It requests an update by April 30th, 2024 on preparations for the Phase 3 drawdown, setting out a clear plan and timescale for Phase 3 drawdown. The Security Council also unanimously adopted a resolution on Wednesday to approve technical rollover of the Somalia sanctions till December 1st, 2023 to allow more time for negotiations on a regular extension of the restrictive measures. Resolution 2711 also decides to renew mandate of the panel of experts which assists the Sanctions Committee until December 31st, 2023.
And finally, Somalia's Minister of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation Ahmed Mualim Fiqi met with the German ambassador to Somalia, Ambassador Sebastian Groth, in Mogadishu on Wednesday. The high-level discussions covered a wide range of crucial topics including peace-building efforts, humanitarian assistance, and the ongoing flood crisis in the Horn of the African nation.
Somalia's Minister of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Ahmed Mualim Fiqi, met with the German ambassador to Somalia, Ambassador Sebastian Groth, in Mogadishu on Wednesday. The high-level discussions covered a wide range of crucial topics, including peace-building efforts, humanitarian assistance, and the ongoing flood crisis in the Horn of Africa nation. The meeting served as a platform for both parties to reaffirm their commitment to supporting Somalia's primary priorities. During the dialogue, Ambassador Groth reiterated Germany's unwavering support for Somalia. He emphasized the importance of fostering peace and stability in the country, recognizing the significant challenges faced by Somalia and the need for concerted international efforts to address them. The ambassador also expressed Germany's commitment to providing humanitarian aid in response to the ongoing flood crisis, which has caused immense hardship to the Somali people.
That's all we have prepared for you, dear viewers. Kindly stay connected to Dalsan TV platforms, and we wish you a lovely evening.